Kanaga here.
Archana, do we have a copy from the transcript that I shared the last time?
The transcript, like for the last session, sir, you're asking for?
Yes. It might be in the Google Drive because I saw it there.
Yeah, we have it in the Google Drive. You are right, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Just keep it open so that in case I ask you, you can pull it on the screen.
Okay. Kanaga, is this possible for you? Because Archana may be running through the questions.
Yeah. So transcript for the previous session you mean? Or
Yes.
Some presentations. If he refers, maybe that need to be shared here on the screen. He made a couple of presentations there, those things. So we opened in YouTube Live also, sir.
Very good, sir.
Okay, I think we are on time now. Shall we start, sir?
No problem, sir. We can start.
Yeah. Maybe if you come on video, that will be really helpful. Yes. Good. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. From FTS, we would like to welcome all of you for the GES session, the Germany Education Systems second session, I would say, in online. We had our earlier session in detail by covering the overview about the German schooling by Dr. Naresh. And subsequently, we have this session like much more deeper into particular questions from the parents or our members. They want to get some clarification. First of all, I would like to thanks Dr. Naresh to give the Sunday afternoon time for FTS and continuously providing some like a supporting information from the schooling perspective. Thanks, sir, for joining. And we would like to hear from you the suggestions or the information, whatever our team is looking for. So from FTS, like we have a couple of us to support the session. Like this is getting technically moderated by Ashri as well as Brashna. And together with me, we have Archana as well as Kanaga. They will be supporting the session. And we don't want to take much of any other interaction. We have like quite good of questions like received for this session. And we consolidated that into 20 questions. So we have enough questions to cover this 1 hour. Some of the rules I would like to suggest so that it will have a seamless way. One is we want to cover the questions whatever was requested from our members. So we will give the priority for this 20 questions one by one. In case of any question further into that clarification required, please post it into the chat. We will cover it up towards end because we want to give the preference for those 20 questions first. In In case of any clarification, we will cover it in the end. And any new questions are there, please do post that as well in the chat window. Based on the time, we will make a deep dive into those. If not, we will take it offline or for the next session. Okay, so that's a very lean rules what we are going to follow. And let's move on to the session. Archana, we can start with the first question.
Before we start, I have someone who is very, very well known to me and who has been sort of a very good, I would say, strong mentor hold. And he has been here. He is attending this session live from Canada. I welcome John Byramine, who is the Secretary General for CELERT Group. And CELERT, why I brought CELERT today into this gathering is CELERT is going to enter Germany very soon. And CELERT has its presence in the European Union and the United States and several other countries, including Canada, Far East, South Asia, and the MENA region. I welcome John Byraman. I'm so sorry for this very, very short notice. I gave him a short notice of a maximum of 1 hour. And so I welcome you to this gathering today, John, because, I would like to also introduce how alternatively we can take schooling and other systems of education through CELERT in Germany. I welcome you, John, and it's been an honor for your presence here this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Naresh. The honor is all mine. I'm very happy to be here with you. And anything I can do to help the organization, me or CELERT, we're ready to do it. And we're very happy to be here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. John. Thanks for joining. And we would like to hear from you as well. Okay, let's move on to the question.
Okay, so first and foremost, Frankfurt Tamil Sangam has become more than a family to me now. Just having met you all one time with the overwhelming response, oh my God, I was flattened by the venue where you had organized. I mean, to seat nearly 300 families was your goal, and we at least reached the maximum limit where we had to at least address more than 80 families during the gathering. And I'm very happy for the FTS because FTS has really taken the banner and the flag of your association so high, because you are a family of corporates. You are a family of, very well-known, I would say, key stakeholders and players, especially when it comes to business organization in the state of Hessen and Frankfurt. And I'm very thankful to Palani and also Mr. Balaji. And I've known many of your other members as well for a very, very long time here in Germany. And when I came there, it was like a reunion, meeting most of the families, and also had a wonderful session, the lunch session and the post-lunch session with the FTS. So, I mean, I really did not feel tired at all after having spent a continuous 3-hour, 40-minute non-stop session with the FTS. And it was a wonderful session, I must tell you, because, it was nothing like we go by literature or we go by the theoretical part. We were going with how do we face practical problems and how do we find alternative routes, especially in a country like Germany, where education is being given prime importance at the moment, because if at all it is education business, education destination, it is Germany right now, which is on top priority. And I welcome each and everyone to this session today. And I've already received the questions. Please do not feel bad if you were unable to pitch in your questions to this particular Excel sheet. We will try to concise the questions as far as possible and try to, make sure that everybody is satisfied at the end of this session today. So the question first, which was posed by a group of parents here, what are the other opportunities apart from medical and engineering available in public and private universities? I think this is a wonderful question pertaining to all people who are present here today. In fact, I brought in Dr. John also at this particular moment because this is what people are looking for. It's just not engineering or medicine which people are looking for. They're looking for alternative sources of education where there is a market for the entire job market in the near future once students finish their graduation in Germany. So let me tell you very honestly, we are all speaking of AI. Everybody is speaking of AI, and everybody is speaking of the three wonderful words which we all talk about. I told you the three mantras, what we call in the current scenario. One is holistic, one is sustainable, and the and the other one is it really possible? So here what happens is, we are the ones who have to really make this possible, and trying to find alternative sources is very important. I'm giving you a very quick example, and make sure that you implement this. Just last week, as a group of sellers visit in Berlin, I was visiting a university, and I had a chance to speak to the counselor and the professor who is heading different programs in this particular university. Mind you, even before I posed a question to him, I was quite sure of the answer because I wanted to know, because this is the way where Germany is heading towards. Ensure, as Palani knows and Archana knows, we had 3 students who came up to us during the session in Frankfurt last time, and they definitely were a classic example of alternative professions that can be chosen in the future for Germany. In this case, the alternative profession that can be chosen is AI into mechanics, AI into sustainability of EV production, electric vehicle production. Ladies and gentlemen, students, if there are any, mind you, I am right now sitting 15 kilometers away from a place where the plant has already started 7 years ago. That means they are already thinking far ahead, how to train students in Germany and how to bring them in different occupations which are focused and targeted other than engineering. It does not have to be a bachelor's course in engineering at all. It has to be a course which is gearing up towards the job market and the current needs of the future. So here, there is no secret. As I told you, this entire forum is for sharing. So there are forums in Germany, like the 42 Wolfsburg, which I mentioned in my previous session in Frankfurt at the FTS, where you are being trained only for that particular profession. Why do I need, I'm just giving you a simple example. Why do I need calculus? Why do I need integral calculus? Or why do I need something else which I don't need in my future occupation at all? That is exactly what Germany is focusing at the moment. They are focusing on skill-based development only. So I would like you all to please look into one side. If we're looking into technical side, where I already told you, combination of AI EV, combination of AI management, and combination of AI and logistics. Mind you, if I just sit here every 15 minutes, I see a goods wagon right in front of my house, which is transporting a minimum of 1,500 to 1,600 EVs. Mind you, calculate this at the rate of a half an hour interval every day, which means we have to gear up to these kind of courses that are offered in Germany when we are talking about technical side. And here I'm very happy. I've gone through some of the online programs that are offered by CELERT as well. There's no marketing pitch. They're mainly focusing on skill-based programs, and they're focusing on short-term programs which they're offering. And very soon, Mr. John will also be getting in touch with the FTS because it is his area, and how we can encourage the corporates to think about this. The corporates have to start thinking about this and have to revamp their way of viewing technical skills and knowledge that they bring into their family. So one side I've spoken about technical, so please look into these options. I will create a link wherein you can look into these options and try to see to it where you can go for courses other than engineering and medicine. And as we already know, Mr. Ram's son, who was at the FTS the last time, who was an excellent speaker, who was also an Abitur graduate and who is currently studying at the Darmstadt Institute of Technology. He is a classic example for choosing an alternative in the field of medicine. Germany is the first country to have come up with biomedicine, biochemistry in medicine, then technological advancement in the operation theaters, and also for current surgery, operative techniques and technology. And when I was speaking to the professor at the university last week in Berlin, they have the traditional, physiotherapy and also the, how do I say it, laparoscopic functional courses and technologically based courses. I'm telling you, in this case, Germany is far, far ahead already. It's only that the bureaucracy in Germany stops people from really presenting what they are doing and what is the outcome. And one of the leading contributors in the field of education today in Germany is BioNTech. They are active players in the market who are going to come and get into the Ministry of Education for these courses. They are already far, far ahead in the field of vaccines for cancer, which means you can very soon expect Germany to come out with these courses. And we are already spoken, and there are public and private universities already offering technological courses in the field of medicine and paramedicine. Medicine and paramedicine. I, in fact, gave a very good suggestion to one of the professors, speaking on behalf of CELERT last week. And I told the professor, why don't you start the short-term courses in Germany, which are possible, because these are the courses, because see, if you're focusing on technology, a person need not focus on nursing. He can focus only on technology and get into the courses. So here, we will need a support of more and more corporates, more and more industrial organizations in Germany, which will be able to take students for this particular course. There is one question that comes towards the middle of today's session. I do not want to, because that question is pertinent to this particular question, I will address that question at that point of time, wherein they have spoken about the dual degree programs. I do not want to come there. So guys, wake up. The wake up time has already begun. We cannot sit, think about it, because please diversify yourself from the field of, see, if I would have spoken 5 years ago, every Indian student or every student from South Asia or the MENA region or from Saudi Arabia or from Jordan, anywhere you ask them, they would say, I want to go to Erlangen and do mechatronics. Or I want to go to Hessen, do mechatronics. This was the main aim. But now, my dear, technologically has advanced 10 times ahead. And they say your mechatronics is also obsolete. We are talking now about what is the thing that you can really gear upon, thinking about sticking to the needs of the future. That is very important. And that's exactly what people are doing. And I'm so happy, John, that you've already thought far ahead, especially in this and with your online courses and our efforts to get into the corporates and the industrial scenario. So this was a wonderful question. I really liked it. And I'm happy that I was able to at least answer this particular aspect here to the persons who were cooperatively involved in putting this question here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Doctor. Actually, that was, what do you say, the bang to start with the first question and the kind of courses and the kind of expectation from the parents' mindset. We would like to see that link, what you are going to share, like the kind of courses, what is available beyond the limited scope, whatever we are discussing. And let us move on to the second question. Archana, can you take it?
Yes, Mani. So the second question says, like a student opted for public university, but he couldn't get a place. So then can he switch immediately to private universities, and any waiting time to switch?
Wonderful question. This is my favorite question, actually. So I'd love to answer this question in detail, in depth. So first and foremost, have public university only as your option. I'll give you some public universities where you can really get in, and you can ensure only if you're way too, I would say, late in applying, then try for a private university. Because, see, even the public university system in Germany has given a serious thought about this. And especially some universities in Bavaria and some universities in North Rhine-Westphalia and some universities in Brandenburg region have 3 or 4 intakes a year. So they have 3 or 4 intakes a year. So don't worry about it. So first try with these universities. Okay. If at all, I'll give you a simple mathematical calculation here, how you do. See, if you have surpassed the July 15th deadline for application to the university, don't worry. There are some universities that are opening up in the month of September for certain courses wherein you can have an easy entry and ask for a late entry to these universities, especially in there's a wonderful question from somebody here. I will answer that towards the end of this session. I can give you your answer right away for that. It's not a problem. So the thing is, it is possible only in the event of the universities not taking you beyond September. You can get into the October session for the private university. It is not a problem at all. But my advice and suggestion is aim in for the public universities, which also have a late entry option in Germany. Let's move on to question number 3 now.
Thank you, sir. Just to check on the time, because we have 20 questions. We are done only with 2.
I will run over quickly. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. No, because some more questions from the members also,
yes.
they want to ask.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So the third question is, there are some courses which don't consider the RB scores. So is there anything like that? If so, can you please guide us on what basis the university should be decided?
Okay, some courses wherein you really do not, I won't say abyss course, but I would say the number of seats that will be vacant for the course. But you should really be ready, move in any part of Germany. And the main courses are linguistics, international management, international communication, and in some cases logistics. But logistics is in high demand in Germany. Very, very high demand in Germany, logistics. So it is possible. So don't worry, you definitely have a place. Next question, please.
Next question, sir. Yeah. So if we study in bilingual private school, is that we don't get enroll in good university? If it's true, how to tackle it? And this particular student is in 7th grade now.
I know this student. I've spoken to the parents already in FTS when I was there. So please ask them not to worry. The student is only in 7th grade. And also, when you are speaking about bilingual schools in Hessen, don't worry about it, because there is one thing that really amazes me and really motivates me in Germany is there is no discrimination when it comes to whether the student has come from a bilingual school or an IB school or an IGCA school or a Realschule or a Gesamtschule or a gymnasium, because all they care. Let me tell you very honestly, there is only one answer to this question. All they care is the paper you provide for admission. An A should look like an A only. A B should look like a B. That's all. Because the university admissions, they are trained to only look into that kind of paper. They don't care. And the deadline, finish. That's it. So don't worry. They don't see bilingual or whatever it is. They only see the level of German. And the German level should at least be a C1. So I recommend and I ask all parents, irrespective of the student being in an international school or an IB school or an A level or a gymnasium, please make your child do the C1 exam. And C1 Hochschule is very important because it is very clearly stated when you upload the documents, knowledge of German, C1, yes, upload the document, because the admission committee's eyes are trained only to see that certificate and nothing else. So don't worry, admission is guaranteed. Question number 5.
Yeah. Thanks for cracking that, sir. We will ensure that C1 certification among the members.
Yes.
Yeah.
Different Ausbildung option. Fantastic. I've already spoken about this. It is a wonderful area which needs to be dealt with. We are trying to incorporate that into Select Group as well. The Ausbildung, wherein the training goes along with the education of the students. Please ensure that you check the companies at least 6 months in advance. Check for the company 6 months in advance. See, for me, it is very easy. I can go to Palani and I say, get me an Ausbildung in TCS. He will very willingly do because he is a very caring and giving person. So that is another issue. But ensure that you do the Ausbildung in the field you want and try to search for the companies in which you really want to do 6 months in advance. It's very, very important because Germany is the land for Ausbildung. Because nobody looks into your profile when you submit an application in Germany. When you submit an application, they see where you have done your internship or Ausbildung. That is very, very important. So please make sure that you look for the company 6 months in advance. Last time, if the question is from the same parent who is working with Condor or Lufthansa, then I have answered her question already.
No, the different parents are maybe coming up with the same question, but this is
Okay.
a most asked question actually.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, Archana?
Next question, sir. What are the requirements to start with the Grundschule? Should I train my kindergarten going kid additionally like language skill, etc., to get accepted in Grundschule without any problem?
please don't do anything, and please do not do anything with your kid and try to change the mindset of your kid. It's very important. The kid is natural in a kindergarten. The kid learns automatically in the kindergarten, but the kid will not open up in front of the parents. Please take this in writing. The kids will open up really well in front of the friends, in front of the teacher, and in front of others. So all you need is a letter from the Gesundheitsamt, and the Gesundheitsamt will check for the normal procedures which they do, and you will require an additional recommendation from the HCRN or the kindergarten, which they will give you anyway at the end of the kindergarten. And don't worry, things will definitely work out fine, and you will be able to get your child into the kindergarten. So do not try to teach the kid anything additional. Do not do it. You are confusing the state of mind of the child. This is very, very, very important, because I am also associated with several schools which have kindergartens and also the international, early years. So please follow the set procedure. Do not add anything else and try to confuse the kid. Next question, please.
Yeah. So, what are the different exams or tests to match the abitur score to get into medical or engineering universities?
Well, I would say if it is Germany, there is no additional testing here for you, except if you want to get into the 9 TUs. The 9 TUs in Germany are the Technical University München, Technical University Tübingen, Technical University Berlin, Technical University Braunschweig, Technical University Ilmenau-Chemnitz, Technical University Münster. So these are all the technical universities. The 9 technical universities have their own entrance examinations. So the entrance examinations are geared up with your normal math, physics, and languages based on your abitur. And mind you, all the technical universities look in for extracurricular activities. It's very, very important. I have spoken about this already in our session last time at the FTS. However, for medical, the MHA Hanover has an entrance exam. The Medical University of Heidelberg has an entrance exam. But for it, the medical university courses in Kiel, the medical university courses in Ulm, the medical university courses in Jena, the medical courses university in Berlin, at Charité. These are the universities that do not have, and make sure that you really crack the C1 Hochschule German. Very important. This is very important because the intake twice a year, a very good chance to get into medical and engineering courses in Germany. Engineering, of course, we have hundreds of colleges. You don't have to worry. And I had a wonderful example the other day at FTS, where Purna Rajendra Kumar was there, and Purna's son Ashwin is a very good student of mine, and we've known him since kindergarten, and he's working right now for a very well-known engineering company. So, it is not that he went to a technical university. It is mainly the internship that you do, the Ausbildung that you do, that counts. Yes, Archana, next question.
Yes, sir. So we switch between Realschule and Gymnasium and vice versa. So will a student get good university?
Yes, I know this person also who is asking this question. So I will answer this once again. So it doesn't matter. The only thing is your end result. Even if you're coming out of a Gesamtschule, the application process is still the same. The deadline is the same. The documents you have to upload is the same. So it doesn't matter whether your child went to a Realschule first or coming to a gymnasium later and Realschule, because even if you take the Realschule and if you say, no, I want to go back to grade 11 or grade 12, you can go back. But in between, if you have done some sort of an internship or Ausbildung, you have to go back in the same field in the university after you finish the gymnasium. You cannot go from management to engineering or engineering to some other course. You have to follow the same route. So there, be clear before you make a decision.
Got it. Yeah.
You will definitely get into a good university. There's no problem.
Okay. So the next question is, what is the average score required in Abitur to pass through in Hessen?
Oh, in Hessen?
Yeah.
Okay. See, the minimum points that are required is 5 to pass. But the thing is, wherein you will get a 4 that is sufficient. But what you have to really do is, I would say, stay between the 3 plus and 3. 3 plus and 3 in order to get into a university in Hessen. But don't expect for courses that are really demanding. But I would say this is just an overall, I would say stick to 3.0.
This is a kind of a base level, you mean?
Base level, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Archana.
Yeah. So next question is language support given to students who are not very good in German in Grundschule and Gymnasium. So different language.
This is a very, very important question which the German government has taken up, and they are providing a lot of funding for this particular program, wherein schools are now obliged to give German support and training during the Hort program. So that means in Schule in the Hort program, and that is what we are also trying to now implement in our CELAT group, doing the German proficiency program, and try to have that also as a very good, how would I say, launch pad for schools, which would love to offer this as a support program for students. So they will definitely get a very good, see, the best thing is keep the class teacher or class and lehrerin in your good books.
Yeah.
That's very, very important. We had a wonderful discussion, Palani, last time regarding this.
Yeah.
You remember when you had called me. So, keep them in very good books, and then you will be able to get to your required levels. It's not a problem at all. In fact, these are the people who really help our kids learn German very well. We should be ever indebted to them, because in spite of their busy schedule, they also try to see, we take them in the wrong way actually when they speak to us. They say, oh, es nicht gut genug. Yeah, that is true. Is nicht gut genug. That is the reason they are trying to ensure that he is good genug. See, take their, how would I say, take their feedback in a positive way.
Constructive way, you mean?
And then you can train your kid to be really good.
So just to understand one more in this, the German support, is it like enabled across all the schools at this moment?
Yes, it is. It is mandatory now from the Kultus Ministerium, that is the Ministry of Education in Germany.
Okay. That may be the question will come up again. That is what I want to clarify.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
The next question is, what is the difference between Weiterbildung and Ausbildung?
Yep.
Fantastic. Weiterbildung is when you are already trained in one particular occupation, and you would like to train yourself keeping abreast of the changes. That is Weiterbildung, which means, for example, if you are being offered a mandatory course in physiotherapy, for example. Now, what you will do is you are going to occupy yourself with additional, how would I say, necessities, especially when it comes to the physiotherapy region or the mechanics or the digital things involved in this particular occupation. That is Weiterbildung. Ausbildung is wherein you are training in one particular profession. You're training in one particular profession only. See, for anything in Germany, you require an Ausbildung. Without an Ausbildung, you are not supposed to be working. Even if if you want to be a person who is a pharmacist, you have to have an Ausbildung to be behind the counter. These are the professions of the future. This is where the German government is funding. In fact, we are trying here at Seller to, take the courses from the Chamber of Commerce and from other particular areas of Germany, from the employment office, where they are trying to help people in the area of Ausbildung through companies and corporations and industries, wherein you are trying to equip yourself in one particular profession for the future. Yes, madam. Next question.
So
After
next,
Abitur, a student works for 1 or 2 years and wants to study in university. Yes, definitely. Now
so
here, this is possible, but as I told you, you cannot change your route. You have to go in the same route. See, you do Abitur for 2 years, and then you say, I want to work somewhere. Now, if you have already passed the Abitur, it's not a problem. You can go back to any field of study. If you have not passed the Abitur, but if you still work for 1 or 2 years, you can still go back to the university without the Abitur, but you have to go back in the same profession as you were working in the field of study as well. Passing the Abitur, working, going back to university, anytime possible. No worries. But not passing the Abitur, working, going back to university is possible, but only in that particular profession. Next question.
yeah, explain the Abitur scoring in Hessen. On what basis? What are the criteria?
Okay. A student finished Abitur in one state, for example, in Hessen, he wants to study at a university in Berlin. What is the basic criteria? Okay. The basic criteria here is what was his Profi course that he took in the university in Hessen, because Berlin actually welcomes students from Hessen. It's the other way around, because in Berlin it is the 12-year system of Abitur, whereas in Hessen it is the 13-year system of Abitur. So going from Hessen to Berlin is pretty much easier. And if they are expecting for a technical university in Berlin or Charité, the Hessen score should be between 1.2 and 1.5 for Charité medicine, and it should be a minimum of 2 and above for technical university in Berlin. Next question, madam.
So explain the Abitur scoring in Hessen.
Okay, I can explain this in brief because last time we had this wonderful presentation.
Yeah.
Yes. So here the Abitur goes on from 0 to 15, the points, what they score. And what I would like to tell you is the number of points is 1 plus when it comes to 15, which is considered as exceptional performance. So that means from the E phase to the quali phase, that are the systems in the Abitur, which you already know. So how we calculate the final Abitur, I would like to tell you. In block 1, they calculate for 40 courses. That means for the 40 courses they do in the classroom, they must have at least done 38 minimum. That means if they have a minimum of 200 points, that is equivalent to 4. Fia comma null. Maximum is 600 points. 600 points is where they finish with 15 points, that is equivalent to 1.5. So in block 2, what happens? There will be 5 examinations. There are 3 written and 1 oral, which can be done as a presentation, which of course has to be discussed with your teacher as a special research project. And then of course there will be one Mundlish, that is one oral exam, which is the 4th or the 5th subject. So the 5 exams are multiplied by 5. That is 25 and minimum of 100 points and maximum of 300 points. Passing requirements are very, very important. This is exactly where I would like to stress more. I think I have pulled out that
That slide, you mean?
Not that slide, the information that we had last time. I'm just going to type that really quick in the chat so that you can have a concise view of what it is all about. Block 1, 200 out of 600 possible points. Block 2, 100 out of 300 possible points. Total points, block 1 and block 2, 300 out of 900 possible points. But as I told you, getting the highest point for this particular student going from Hessen to Berlin should be the main criterion. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, is parent support supervision is needed for students study also for higher grades, for example, from 8th, or allow the student to manage by themselves irrespective of marks, and choosing and selection of university criteria.
Yeah, this is very difficult to satisfy the parents from India. So, because, we definitely would like to be very, very supportive. That is the reason I'm telling you in a very, very positive way, wherein we would like to be more supportive. We would like to give all sorts of extra help to our children. So from grade 8 onwards, I wouldn't sit with the student, but I would like to just make some decisions together. Make some decisions together. That's very important, because you have to have your end station in mind. If you do not have an end station in mind, then it makes life difficult to follow a route, which, of course, at the FTS, we have alternative routes. Don't worry. We will give you alternative routes, whether it's route A, B, C, or D, to reach a university or any sort of program. And we will be able to get you through this journey in a very, very easy way. But I would say just be very, very, how would I put it? You don't have to be like the helicopter parents, trying to control them all the time. You have to just be very, very friendly. You have to be supportive, and then find out so as to where your child needs counseling, especially in this particular area, where we'll be able to see the positive aspects of the child and see so as to what are his strengths, so that we can try to pull and channelize their potential in that particular aspect. That's very, very important. Yes.
Yeah. So next question is selection of subjects in grade 11 and whether it is changeable once selected, and any detailed infos regarding Abitur will be helpful.
Unfortunately, I will give you one real quick thing which I have made here. See, go for the Pflicht Fächer. Pflicht Fächer is the mandatory subjects where you have to take math and English for Abitur. So you have to choose German, Deutsch, and then you have to choose 2 of the science subjects, Naturwissenschaft. You can choose chemistry or bio or physics, whatever you want. Other than that, you have to either choose geography, that is Erdkunde, or one of the political science, which I already told you in my previous session. So many of them choose social sciences or politics. So what you have to do is, you have to choose, as I told you, 2 Leistungsfächer, that is 2 higher level subjects, and then you have to choose in Berlin, if it is in Berlin, but it is in Hessen or Niedersachsen, you have to choose 3. Hessen, Niedersachsen, you have to choose 3. In Berlin, it is only 2. And there will be 5 examinations, which I have already spoken to you about. And one will be a presentation, which they have already shared in this. I'm very happy about that. Fantastic. Thanks, Archana or Kangna, both of you, for doing that. And that's it. It is a very simple process. And then you will be able to grace through it. There is absolutely no problem at all. Yes, number 18.
18. What is dual studium and how it is different from normal bachelor degree?
My favorite question once again. So this is, the dual studium is one of the most unique study systems in Germany, which I feel only a country like Federal Republic of Germany offers. It is fantastic. It is earn while you learn scheme. Lovely. I mean, if you really have the guts to do it, you have to do this. I'm telling you, encourage your kids to do this. One of the most unique opportunities in Germany, with top-notch industrial organizations and corporates. You won't believe the number of corporates I have reached out to in my educational career for the dual studies program. Wonderful companies like Airbus, Boeing, then Deloitte. Then I have had companies like Cosatec, Bosch, Siemens, Deutsche Bahn, Lufthansa, Condor, you name the corporation in Germany, they have a dual degree program. Fantastic.
Interesting. Yeah.
The entire program is either in German, or it is in German and English, or it is only in English. It is a 3.5-year program for which you have to apply with a wonderful profile before the 15th of August every year for the next year. And the moment you are chosen, half time you are working at the company with a pay every month. The first year ranges between 1,300 to 1,500 euros a month. The second year, it is different in different companies. Mind you, Deutsche Bahn and some of the top-notch logistics companies in Germany get filled in very fast. Very fast. And mind you, 3 years you are learning with the company, associated with the university, and at the end of the program, you are getting a degree. And along with the degree, in the final year itself, the company is making an offer for you.
Okay.
So that is the difference between the dual studium from the normal bachelor degree. In the bachelor degree, you attend the course and that's it. You get your degree, basti.
And is there any duration difference, sir?
Sir, it depends. Some of the dual degree programs are 3 years, and some of the dual degree programs are 3.5 years. So this is the land for dual. Small companies like Aldi, Lidl, Edeka, Norma, these companies are offering dual degree programs in sales management, logistics, and I don't know, there are many areas. And even now they are using artificial intelligence in logistics.
Yeah. Okay.
So these are the programs that can be brought up in Germany in the near future. And I think we should have many overseas players who are in the field of education business to bring this up in Germany, because this is the time we need to reach out to the corporates. And John, we will not leave the FTS. We'll be behind them like ghosts now, because there are many corporates in FTS. So let's move on to the next question, Archana.
Yes, sir. So what does Schwerpunkt mean for a particular gymnasium, and does it impact the quality of education for other subjects in a particular gymnasium?
Absolutely not. Because even before deciding on a gymnasium, you have already thought about the Schwerpunkt. This was a wonderful topic. I spoke after the tea and samosa session last time in FTS, and we spoke about this at length, wherein we said, be very clear when you choose a gymnasium, because you want to know your child's strength. If the child's strength is languages, debating, don't send him for engineering. It's not required. Send him or her to a gymnasium where the gymnasium has strong foreign languages. I even gave a very good example of a student who did it last time, and fortunately, the person who was known to the student was in FTS. So check on that, because some of the gymnasiums are good for languages, some of the gymnasiums are good for science, some of the gymnasiums are really good for technical subjects, because of coming of IT and stuff like that. Okay, question number 20.
Yeah.
What factors should be considered to decide bilingual school versus Grundschule after kindergarten?
Bilingual school, I would say, if you want to develop an additional language alongside the German language that's being taught at the school. Now, most of the bilingual schools in Germany are either, if you go towards Düsseldorf area or North Rhine-Westphalen, it is German and Japanese or German and Spanish. If you come down to Hessen, it is either German and Spanish or German and English. And of course, John's favorite language, German and French. So there we have a bilingual school there. And these are, see, it all depends. See, if you want, I wouldn't think of my kid when he or she is in a kindergarten that after his Abitur, he is going to do a dual degree program. Like my son got into one of the dual degree programs. He was offered French and German at the university in Toulouse. He said, I am already proficient with English, German, and Spanish. I do not want to learn French again. So I said, you go to a dual degree program where you can at least use the languages you've already learned. So here it actually doesn't make a big difference at all to me, because when you go to the Abitur, you are anyway taking an additional language. So why do you have to bother about that now? You are already bilingual in all ways. You are learning German, you are learning English, and you are learning your mother tongue also at home. You are trilingual practically. So it doesn't make any sense. But of course, if you need that polished way of speaking to others at a party or at a function and say, oh, my child is also learning French, then please go ahead with that. But for it, I don't think it is absolutely necessary.
That's good that not to push or limit of the children to another language again. Thanks, Dr. Naresh, and I think we are done with the questions.
One question.
Yeah.
Dr. Naresh, this is Balaji. So we have a few questions raised by a member in the chat.
Yes, I'm just getting to those questions.
Before that, the question number 15 regarding the scoring. Okay, there I have one question. So Kanaga also shared the presentation slide from last time. So we have this 900 points are there, right? So
Correct.
based on that, the Abitur note and 1.0, 1.1, 1.2 it's coming.
Correct.
But every year it differs. Like for example, some years, like even some student scored 1.3 in Abitur, they get some courses like medicine or law. But some years even 1.4 scores may get some admission. Sometime only 1.2, 1.1 only will get. So every year differ. How this is changing every year, because it's not fixed every year. Like if you have scored 1.2, then there is a high chance like that. Some
Very
years
good question.
1.1, some year 1.2, some year 1.3 also will get. So it's differing every year. So what is the criteria, like why it's differing, and that please explain us.
Very good question. So here what happens is the Cultus Ministerium sits down every year and decides on the NC, that is numerous clauses. So what happens is they rate it as per the requirement of that particular year's intake, and then come to a conclusion whether it has to be 1.2, 1.3 or 1.4. So it all depends on the NC, that is the numerous clauses that they put for the intake of students for the gymnasium. And this is set by the Cultus Ministerium every year, and also the Verband, where they will check in for the Norton average every year from the gymnasiums of that particular land. Sorry. So that is the reason it changes between 1.2, 1.3 or 1.4.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, Doctor, I have one question in the
Yes.
same topic. You said that the number of seats are dynamically decided on a yearly basis. Is it right? Or the number of ranking, based on the ranking, they go for a different points?
Based on the ranking.
Based on the ranking.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Okay. So quick time check. We are almost done with 3 to 4. But I think you mentioned maybe we can stretch for 10 or 15 minutes max. So if you don't mind, I can take up some questions. What is there in the chat?
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible to pursue archaeology as a bachelor degree in Germany?
Absolutely, yes. That was
Any
an interesting
recommendation?
question. That was an interesting question, and I would like to answer. Please apply at the Technical University Berlin.
Berlin. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Archaeology, yes, very much. Anthropology, archaeology, Indology, everything is possible.
Okay, so we ask one question, you give many answers. Thank you. Okay, the next one. Whether the third degree, like Spanish in the 7th grade, helps them in getting into good university or choosing the degree?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Because this is one of the requirements of technical universities, the 9 jewels of Germany. And I will also tell you, whoever the student has asked this question, do not leave applying to the University of Lüneburg.
Oh, okay.
One of the top 23 universities in the world.
Oh, that's a good insight. And this is from actually Purnima. So let's move to the next one.
Oh, it's from Purnima. Okay, I know
Hi.
her. So
Hi, Naresh. Yeah, can you spell that with the university name which you told about, or you can mention in the chat, that will be better.
yes, I will just write it straight away here.
Yeah, thank you.
Leuphana University. Yes.
Okay. So let's move to the next one. Please advise on PhD in artificial intelligence.
Oh boy, this is a wonderful question. Sir, please do it ASAP. Whoever has asked this question. Because this is the country which is funding a lot for you to do your PhD in artificial intelligence. I will give you a trade secret, which I'm going to share only with the FTS now. Oh, anyway, it's live. It is already on YouTube, so many others will know. So don't worry. So in this case, you have to approach the top-notch companies for funding. Send a proposal. The companies will fund you and ask the university to admit you for the PhD.
Okay. So
That is the route in Germany. Yes, very well, you can do. There is no problem. Check like very good institutions, Carl Zeiss, Max Planck Institute of Research.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Next one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Could you please let us know the equivalent courses in Germany for B.Pharm, Bachelor of Pharmacy, and Bachelor of Architecture?
Absolutely. Why not? Yes. Once again, if you are looking for architecture, go to the Brandenburg and Berlin area for the universities. Okay. They are the areas which are offering all the universities. B.Pharm, there are courses in Germany that are being offered. One is associated with the Cellert in Berlin, and they are the ones who are offering for pharmacy. They are part public, part private, but I would like you to ask you to go in through for some of the big organizations like Fresenius, and also for Bayer has association with universities and University of Applied Sciences for B.Pharm from Leverkusen.
Okay. Thank you. Next one. How to prepare a Grundschule kids to get into gymnasium? As we face issues in our first kid, thinking to moving the second one to the bilingual school. What is your recommendation?
My recommendation is if it is Berlin, you can't go to the gymnasium until you have finished grade 6. So in other states, after you finish your 5th grade, you can go for the gymnasium. So all you have to do is go to a bookstore like Thalia and buy a Gymnasium Aufnahme test book. Do not sit behind the kid. I'm telling you honestly, let the kid learn by itself whatever it wants. Today the kid wants to do German, let him do German. Tomorrow he wants to do math, let him do math. So just prepare the kid for a Aufnahme test. But these days there are no mandatory Aufnahme tests from all gymnasiums. Don't worry about that. So what I would suggest is, see, moving on to a bilingual school, I already gave you an answer. It makes no big difference because you're already learning 3 languages at home in a general environment. I mean, mother tongue, German and English or whatever other language. But so ensure that you make the right decision there. Personally, I don't feel it a big difference, except the medium of instruction. But since you have already decided to live in Germany and also send your kids further on for further education in Germany, why let them learn the local language and let them learn the native language of Germany along with, and I think German gymnasiums are very fond of German and French, German and Spanish, because you ask any kid going to a gymnasium, they say we love doing German and French. And their second choice will be German and Spanish.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. The next question. Any criteria for starting Abitur class for example from gymnasium or gymnasium or Gesamtschule or else? If not, what will be the deciding factor to start university career for engineering or medicine?
There is no criteria for starting an Abitur class exam. See, if a child is average enough, good enough, the child will automatically go into a gymnasium. You don't have to rack your brains too much for that. Or if you feel, okay, I know my child's strengths. You know, like there are some kids who say, hey, look, you want me to pass the exam, I'll do it. Don't expect me to get higher grades. This is not going to happen. But these are the kids who are really street smart. And the world is looking for such kids. That's very important. So, but if you are looking in for medicine, even if you go to a Gesamtschule and then, pass the Abitur, it's no big deal. You will definitely get into a medicine or engineering course in Germany. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
So to make it, sorry, am I audible? This is Rajesh
Yes,
here.
you are audible. Yes,
Thanks a
yes.
lot. I think you make it my question actually. But to be on the same page. So I meant to say that there is no issues we have, my kid is in Gesamtschule and the abitur that doesn't mean that he should be in a gymnasium or something else. The criterion, there is no criterion for the universities basically, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. See, when you go in for the application portal, when you have to send in an application for your kid, you will see they very clearly state that have you come from a gymnasium, have you come from a Gesamtschule? They don't differentiate. They ask that you have to just tick, upload the document, send it, finish, basti, done.
So he's in the 8th grade now. So he need to switch to the aperture. So probably he need to, especially the points you talked about. So I just listened to the points, the merit points for the aperture.
Yes.
So he should concentrate on such things. I think that will be helping me actually.
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
And
So
for
what?
his
Yeah.
Ausbildung, which they have during their years of study, in the 9th grade,
Yeah,
they will
he's in
have
the
for
8th grade. Yeah.
in the 9th grade, they will have one Ausbildung which they have to do for a week.
Currently he's about to go for an house building for 2 weeks, starting in the 8th grade itself. Yeah.
So yeah, that's good, because why, you ask him what his interest is and you can send him to that. I sent my son to a pharmacy.
Yeah.
So that way, you can get to know your child's strengths.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you answered my question. Thanks a lot. So we can.
No problem. No
Thanks
problem.
a lot.
Yeah. The next one, Doctor, final thoughts for people who are starting Grundschule and what should parents do?
Grundschule.
Yeah.
The final thought is like, as I told you, after the kindergarten, find out, because you are assigned to the Grundschule in that particular area or that particular region. So it is normal that you go to a Grundschule where you have to really try to integrate yourself and be a part of it. And you have to prove that your survival is the fittest. So that is exactly the motto with which you should send your kids. And you have to prepare them mentally. And don't try to take every single aspect in a negative way, but try to change that into a positive and constructive way, so as to motivate the kids to say, hey, I love going there tomorrow morning. That's very important. I know it's very easy for me to sit here and speak, but some of the parents will be cursing me there. He is making it so easy for me, for us, but we know the difficulty. There is one question here which was somehow didn't catch our attention. I will answer that one also. For medical admission, in addition to Abitur note, yes, test for medizinische Studiengänge, yes. And for Hamburg University accepts
We had to
MS.
cover that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to cover
So the reason is the state of Hamburg is competing with several private, semi-private, and public universities. That is the reason they accept only the HMS. So, but for it, I think you should also try in other universities which are very good, especially when it comes to medicine. You should go to the Hochschule, the medical school of Jena, which is very good. Gießen is good. Kiel is good. Charité is good. There are several medical universities which you should consider also.
Yeah.
But in good in the sense like in advanced basis based on the research or facility or like how it is considered good, because
Yes,
sometimes
good. Yes.
like
Research.
Heidelberg universities, people say that is the toppest one. Right?
Heidelberg, in fact, Heidelberg, I have 2 of my students doing medicine there. Heidelberg, also the entrance requirement for the German language is C2, not C1.
Okay.
So this question may be like maybe for many people they are not aware of it. So this is just those who are planning to go for medicine.
Perfectly all right. See, for example, the research facilities. In fact, I know the head of the Department of Tropical Diseases in the Lobeda Medical University in Jena. The research facilities are extremely good because once Germany was divided, all the research funding was pumped into East Germany, and they have lots of very good facilities there. Similarly, the university in Kiel has an excellent research facility, and the university in Ulm also has excellent research facilities. So what I would like to tell you is there are hospital administration and hospital management courses as well.
Okay, sir.
So one minute, Pallai. So maybe this may be not familiar to many of the parents because their kids are not reached to the Abitur level or yet to do. So what we are trying to just clarify them is like if people are planning to pursue, kids are planning to pursue a medicine, then like with the note what they score in Abitur, they can get the admission. In addition to that, just to boost up, they can write the TMS exam. For most of the universities, for Hamburg, it's specifically like Hamburg medical test. So these two are like something similar to NEET in India, something similar to that one. So just to boost up their score. So for that reason, this is applicable. Otherwise, with the Abitur note itself, they can get the admission. Just to clarify.
Absolutely, correct, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question: students coming from India to pursue bachelor degree in German university where they complete 12th grade. Abitur is 13th grade. So student Kollegan is important for all courses.
As I have already clarified this question in my last session, in this case, they have to either do a student college in Germany to have the 13th year equivalent. But if you have done your A levels or if you have done your IB diploma, it is straight away recognized for entry into German public universities.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And the last question for the session. Can the kids attend multiple practicum in school? If yes, should the practicum should be same area of interrelated?
No, it doesn't have to be in same area, but the school normally should give a permission for the practicum because the report after the practicum will be sent to the school.
Okay.
It can be in multiple areas also. It's not a problem.
Okay.
Because my son did once in a surgery, then once in a pharmacy. So that way, they can try out different things.
Okay, good. Yeah, interesting. So I think we are done with the questions as well as the questions on the chat. Maybe we will take a group picture with all participants. So I'm requesting all the participants to switch on the video.
I'm sorry, one just lost thing. So this actually this practicum what the students are doing currently, so that will be admitted that entire abitur when they are doing this course will be referred there.
Sir. That will be only for short period. That's all.
Short period. Okay.
Yeah. And not for the entire course. They won't allow, but short period, and the report will be signed and endorsed by the school and the company which the student is doing the practical.
Yeah, that will be taken referenced in this abitur when they are going for the.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
Oh,
Thanks a lot
no problem,
for your
sir.
patience and for your
was a pertinent
kind answers.
Question. Very good.
Thank you. Thanks, Palani.
Thank you. And can everyone switch on the video? We want to take a group picture with the doctor for the session.
Balaji, finally I'm
Video
able
is
to see you.
disabled, Palni.
Sorry?
Balaji, I'm finally able to see you.
Yeah. I think Shri, like, can you make everybody's image together, because we see some are small or big. The pattern.
Palni, I think video is stopped. It is disabled by the host, it says.
So
No, it's not disabled.
like what happened? There is some delay, I see. Can you make it all are visible? Shri or Krishna?
Yeah, let me try, Palni, 1 minute.
Yeah.
But it's better if people, they on their own, they switch on the video, I think.
Yeah, all okay, but your video is not visible, so that shows different. Normally it comes as the equal tile, but we see some different sizes actually, the images.
It's because somebody will join in mobile, Palni, some in laptop. So
Oh, okay, because of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, then maybe you make Dr. Naresh as a main means like a focus, and then remaining all as a small image.
I thank you, John, for being a part of this.
Yeah.
It's my honor. Thank you very much, Dr. Naresh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
thanks for the group photo. And once again, from FTS perspective, like we want to thank Dr.